Hey, welcome back, shit crew, and thank you for joining me in another fine episode of the Mr. Well Shit Show. So, in case you're wondering why the long picture, I had everything all recorded, and then the guys from the Silicon Valley raised up, shoved their fist up my ass, and stole almost all my recorded video. So here we are with a gaping asshole and a shitty video. Well, shit. So here's our kit. It's the rope, hook, fair lead, and a stopper. All comes for $108.99 on Amazon with next day shipping. Or you can find it on eBay for $95.99 with 2 to 4 days shipping. It really all just depends on how fast you really want it. Alright, so my audio keeps dropping out and I don't remember what tools we actually had. So from left to right, we got some sockets, we got a ratchet, we have a Allen wrench that I have no idea what fucking size it is, and 3 open box hand wrenches. Gloves, and if you gotta ask why, then don't wear them. You'll figure it out. So the only things that we really needed on this side was the electric tape and the needle nose pliers, the ratchet. The ratchet we didn't need, but we used it anyways because it's unnecessary and we like it. And get rid of the crescent wrench. You don't need it anyways. Alright, so first thing, pull out the cable. You gotta put it in neutral. Mine is in dead center. Alright, so we do that. And we try to put it in neutral. And I'm pulling, turning, twisting it like a dumbass. It's not gonna go. So I ended up having the wire pulled too tight. Well, shit. So once you're done acting a fool and you finally figure out what's going on, go get your controller, plug it in, and back it up just a wee bit, and then it can go right back into neutral. So now we can get back to the job of yanking our cable. This would now be a good time to grab those gloves and put those on too. Alright, went to the neutral. Gloves are on. Be sure to unhook it. And let the yanking commence. Oh yeah. Love yanking on that cable. So coming up here, this is one of the 7 bad spots that I found in this cable the other day whenever I was rewinding it. And that's why we're replacing it. Because I don't trust it and I'm not going to kill somebody because I want to be cheap. Alright, so we are now at the end of the cable. Alright. And I'm going to pull and twist on it and okay. I was expecting there to be a bolt here to be holding this thing in. Instead, it's this little nub stud looking thing. The cable hooks over and around, and well, it's a little bit different than the rope that we bought. You remember that pair of needle nose pliers? Go get them. Yep, there we go. And we're going to bend this and twist it and get it to pop off of there. Yep, there we go. Working it over. Grunting a few times. Thinking, what the fuck? And it's getting it. There we go. And I'm saying, well, shit, that ain't right. So we'll come back to that part later, but basically the new rope did not match the old rope, and there we go. Yes, I know this is out of order, and the cable's still attached, but this thing is called the fair lead, and if you've used your fair lead for a cable rope, then you need to change it, not unless you enjoy buying new ropes and replacing them every other time you use your winch. So spend the 19 bucks, get an aluminum one, and call it a day. Oh, yeah, and the reason we're going to change it out is because whenever you pull the cable in, if you look, it just chews the hell out of it. It does the same thing to the drum on the winch, but we're not going to replace that. We'll address that a little bit later on. So now we're going to start taking this thing off. As you can see, I was there, and I didn't even know what size fucking wrenches that I had. So I'm going to look like an idiot here for a second, and Oops, it was the wrong damn wrench. Come on, dummy. You can figure it out. You can do it. I know you can. Wait for it. And bam! Well, as you can see, we got the first one off, and I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Yep, there we go. Looks like a monkey fucking a football again. Son of a bitch. And here goes the second nut here in just a second. Yep. There we are. And I'm gonna say a few things here, and then we're just gonna chuck that son of a bitch away because we don't need it anymore. Fuck that thing. And here I am showing off the new fancy aluminum one that came with the kit, and I'm sizing it up. And yeah, so we're gonna pretty much install this one in the same manner that we took the other one off, only in the opposite order. I guess I'll finally get around to showing you the damn end of the cable. So yep, that hole's big, the other hole's small on the other one, and it slips over the stub nub thingy, which is up there in your corner of your screen. We are going to call it a nub from here on out because, well, that's just going to play for me better. And here's the end on the new synthetic rope. If you notice that it's got a much tighter hole, and no matter how hard I try, no matter how hard I want to get it in there, no matter how hard I push, I can even spit on it, I am not going to get my nub to fit inside that tight little hole. Okay, so we're done playing with that rope for now, and here I am, I'm checking the roller out. Remember how I told you the fairlead would get all chewed up? Well, that's what I'm checking out on the roller right here. So I'm spinning around, I'm feeling them like, damn, that's awfully rough. So remember the electric tape? It's up. So here's what we're gonna do. So what I decided on is I'm just gonna wrap the roll in some electric tape. I've seen videos where dudes have used sandpaper and tried to sand out the roughness in the drum. I didn't have any sandpaper, and that really seemed like too much work, so I put a wrap of tape around the drum and grabbed the winch controller there and just fed it all the way across and got to one end, and I went back across the other way and I put 2 full wraps all the way across the drum and covered up all the roughness, and I think it should do alright. Not like it's going to be able to go anywhere, especially after that rope gets put on there. So, well, I guess now that we got the drum all covered up, we will get to putting the new fairlead on. First, I want to say thank you to Electrical Tape for being a all-around cover-up for all these years. Anywhere from baseball bat handles to bicycle grips to cuts in the shop, and now bad surfaces on winches. So I bet you're saying to yourself, damn, how do you get this far into it and not be able to attach that rope? Well, electric tape gets shit done. So I just held the end on with a sprig of tape long enough for me to be able to get it started. You can see it right there. And we just fed it on in there. I figured once it got about 8 or 9 wraps, it'll be good enough to hold it for now. So anyways, I do come back later, the next day actually, and I drill and tap the drum for a 1/4 stainless steel screw and run it in there, and so it's actually permanently attached now. So I'm just gonna speed this part up here for you. So we're just winding the rope up onto the spool, feeding her in there, getting a nice tight level wind. What I like to do, and what a lot of people do, is I kind of overlap the rope just a little bit so it just falls right next to the other spot. So I kind of feel that it is my obligation now to remind you not to do something stupid when you're winding that rope up, and that is make sure you start your vehicle up first. You don't want to wind it up and not be able to start the vehicle when you're done. So the last two items on this install list are going to be the new hook that the kit come with and the rubber rope stopper. So we're going to do the hook first, and then we'll move on to the stopper. So the hook's pretty basic shit. You're going to put one hole over the top of the other hole that's on the rope, almost kind of like scissoring, and then you're going to come in like the third guy, and you're going to put your pin right through both holes. Then we're going to add the cotter key. For the love of God, use the brand new cotter key. Do not reuse the fucking cotter key. I swear to God, if you are so broke that you have to reuse a cotter key, then you need to re-examine your position in life. Now, as for cotter keys go for an installation, you can either bend it to the right or you can bend it to the left. It doesn't really matter, even though they've been debating over this for fucking centuries. Me personally, I like to spin mine right down the center, one each way, in a spread eagle orientation. Now the rubber stopper, it's pretty basic stuff. You split it in half by removing the 4 10mm nuts and bolts that are running through it, puts it in 2 halves, then you slip it over the rope, and then you go to tighten them back down. I did 1 corner per side to get it held down. And then you would think that this would be so damn basic that nobody could fuck it up, but I fucked it up. So you really have to be careful and not to over tighten these bolts because they will pull through that rubber. They only gave you 1 set of washers to go on the nut side and nothing under the head bolt side, so I would honestly recommend getting 4 more washers that we can have them on both ends to prevent you from over tightening them. Now that you got your stopper and your hook installed and we're done fucking shit up, now all we got left to do is to wind the rest of the rope back into the winch. And anytime now, dummy. Come on, come on, there it goes. You can do it. Come on. You got this. There it goes. And then you can see the rubber stopper will allow you to pull your cable all the way tight into the fair lead, not causing any damage there, and you no longer have to use your toe points to hook your winch up to your bumper. And now it's time for Mr. Wellshit's final thoughts. But first, enjoy these pictures of the Wellshit Rubicon out doing Wellshit Rubicon things. My final thoughts, and it's a complete kit for sub $100. You can't really go wrong. The hardware seems like it's pretty solid. Sure, the powder coat might wear off on the fair lead, the first time you use it under a load. But, if you're worried about powder coat, you're probably driving a fucking mall crawler anyway, so it really doesn't matter. But yeah, no. I haven't tried it under a load yet, but we'll see. Time will tell. But in all reality, it's not like we're out here using these winches every day. So if it lasts 2-3 years, well, you've exceeded the lifespan of the synthetic rope anyhow. So what's it really matter? And if you are out here using this winch every day, chances are you're not running a budget winch on a budget rope. So if it's time to replace that, cable, then yeah, by all means, it's a great deal. Go for it. I would definitely do it again. Alright, so this is the result of doing exactly what I warned you guys not to do.